So yeah, I got linked this, and I can't fathom what is going to happen here, but this is a direct result of what is wrong with Star Citizen and its community. I feel like just from the title. A letter from the peaceful ones. Dear CIG, for some time now, we have been concerned about the direction of the Star Citizen game, the direction the Star Citizen game experience is taking. Currently, we are seeing the peaceful content of the game being increasingly overshadowed by war, combat, and violence. This includes big events like Siege of Orson, Jumptown, and Xenothreat, as well as things like more aggressive NPCs appearing over peaceful outposts and spoiling all the fun for small players. Example with simple package deliveries. What? Okay. The biggest thing, like the first thing I think of, how many upvotes it has, how many thumbs up hearts it has. What? There are enough places in the verse where fighting is allowed and should be done. Apart from the events mentioned above, there are Korea, Grimhex, Abandoned Outposts, soon Pyro. That's okay. But please give the peaceful players more security outside these places. There's no absolute security. That's understandable. But you shouldn't be attacked every few hours either if you want to travel peacefully yourself. Star Citizen is so far got given the impression that it's just another shooter game. Even if it's emphasized again and again that it is primarily about tests, especially Squadron 42, and a lot of things are still changing and shifting, an appropriate balance should be strived for now in order to not exclude and scare away peaceful players already in the current early phase of Star Citizen. But that is exactly what is happening at the moment. The peaceful players are strongly unsettled by the current development direction. Therefore, our request to you. Oh, we get to make requests. If we get to make requests, yeah, we're going to... I have a few, but sure, let's hear what theirs are. Please give a sign, especially for the peaceful community, more often that you also want to have and support the peaceful gaming experience and go against more and more occurring reputation of Star Citizen as a pure shooter game. Sincerely yours, your peaceful citizens. Here are a few more in-game suggestions that should already be possible with the current state of the game. Better surveillance, with more defense towers or increased presence of UE security forces at peaceful outposts and generally in the relatively safe UE areas. This is not possible in the current state of the game. And this is, again, where people are entitled and dumb, and I get into this as well. I am included in the entitled and dumb statement, where this game doesn't work. This game doesn't work. So it's hard to tell that there's actually security because the security doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. Turrets, you fly around, they don't hit you, right? Security guards, sometimes they just stand there and do nothing. Quantum jump interdictions and raids by NPCs depending on a player's area and peacefulness reputation. Outlaws and fighter bounties should be attacked more often than peaceful players. How? Why? What is the reasoning behind that? I don't agree with that. They should just happen based on the area and the, what is it called? Probability volume that you're crossing through. So no, if you choose an unsafe route, that's when you get interdicted. When players attack other peaceful players, especially miners and merchants, NPC security forces should spawn as quickly as possible, depending on the area, to protect and support the peaceful player. These unfair attacks on minor players should become significantly more difficult and significantly more dangerous for the aggressor. And there should be a reasonable level playing field for the minor individual by calling for help. Oh, minor with an E is what they mean. Significantly increase or more appropriate and realistic penalties for crimes, especially player murder, and make jailbreaking more difficult? No. Reasonably increased costs for weapons and ammunition. Yes, I would think that that would actually be good. Exclusive rewards for peaceful play. No. Okay. This is getting a Picard palm from me if I was logged in. I'm not logged in, but do I agree? I've always said that there should be a safe space for Star Citizen players. I believe the next system immediately after, I guess, Nyx, since it's already like kind of done. Maybe minor meaning lesser, but why would you consider yourself a lesser player? You're not a lesser player. You're just another player. I still believe that there should be a system like Terra, and I guess after Nyx, which we assume is after Pyro, should be the next one, because I do think that players like this should have a place where they can go and pretend and have a decent time without having to always look over their shoulder. But I don't think that there should be any place where they make a significant amount of money. It should just be like Haven, right? Safe place. There's not a lot of job opportunities there for a vagabond, I guess, which is what you would be, is just like just doing random jobs. I don't expect there to be much there, right? And there should be no risk, therefore the pay should be quite low. But aside from that, in the current system should be the way it is. And I do believe that Star Citizen is doing things the right way, but I also agree with better surveillance and better defense towers. The problem is all of that isn't a possibility, right? So should players be able to just take over space stations above a major city as easily as they do now? Of course not, right? But should NPCs just jump? Excuse me. Should NPCs just be able to jump on top of a player that is mining out in the middle of nowhere, which all miners are mining near, like, far away from an outpost location? I don't think so, but I also do sort of agree with the ability to call for help. That should be a thing. So, because I'm sure there are plenty of like bounty hunter type players that would love the ability to, instead of having a player bounties marker show up, have the ability for someone to be like, I'm being attacked over here, and then you could jump directly to them, something like that, right? So this is not going to be the game that is stated here. It has never been stated that. CIG has made it very clear that even at a landing zone, it's possible that you could murder somebody or something like that. So your peaceful citizens, this is, I mean, I'm sorry, this is like obviously pretty cringe, but at the same time, it's very clear that this is probably one of your larger player bases are people that agree with this person. So people like this do need a place. But if you don't create value and reasoning for people like this to come out of their comfort zone, there'll be nothing for PvPers to do either, right? So there has to be a good balance. And the entitlement to make the game the way you want versus what it's always been sold as, always from day one. Space is scary. It's open. You know, it's not gonna, like, people shouldn't just be able to jump on you that easily and protect you. I can't believe I'm saying this, but there's two options. It's don't play right now. And I hate when people say that to me, and wait for a system like Terra and enjoy that, because I do believe that you deserve your space to enjoy the game. But the other one is try to get a little better at defending yourself. Try to get a little better at getting away when people jump in on you, and make the right choices. There's if you're mining at ArcCorp maybe go to a different refinery than ArcCorp L1, right? To drop your stuff off. There is enough time for you to do that. If you're mining in an ROC, maybe drop your ore off at a not as likely of a spot. So that's what I would argue there. Is there's plenty of choices to avoid players in this game because space is big, and it's up to you to make those choices. And CIG does give you the ability to avoid players if you want to, so do it. And that's all I got for that one. This is just silly to me. It's not going to be a completely safe game. They're not going to reward you for being peaceful. That's insane. But you should get rewards for doing nice things, right? So there'll be that. You'll get rewarded for picking up players that go down and stuff like that, right? But just for not shooting at anybody, getting a peace prize is just silly. So I don't know what you guys think about that, but yeah, leave a comment down below because that's crazy to me.